New home buyers actually cannot buy anything. They're getting approved, but they can't find anything in the price range they got approved for. I am offering you an affordable alternative to a huge problem that seems like it's never gonna get fixed. Affordable basically means, in my opinion, is balancing out quality and craftsmanship to an affordable price. And modular is the solution. Now, what do I mean? Cheap is actually cutting costs in terms of money, but you're not also cutting costs. You're cutting quality, you're cutting corners, maybe you're hiring a framer to do your finish work. Like, how does that work, right? It's a bunch of things in construction, guys, that you have to be aware of, right? I'm not gonna charge you $480, $380, $280 a square foot even. What we're doing is balancing out a super nice custom product, if you want it, at an affordable price range that you can actually live with your wife, with your husband, with your kids, and be financially free to the point where you can actually take the trips. You could go in the grocery store and get the chips that you want or the steak that you want because you have extra money in your pocket. For that person that has $300,000 in equity and can't even cash out because they can't afford the current market, this is a practical solution for you.
Just helps production out back know exactly what your change orders are.
So many new home buyers in the market right now are just shopping on hopes and dreams. Now, here's the thing. In today's market, they'll actually never be able to afford a home. It's actually crazy and it's very sad. Other things I've seen is people who are house rich that can't cash out because number one, they can't move into anything comparable at the same price. And number two, if they get a new mortgage to actually take over their mortgage, now they can't even afford the home they live in. It's actually insane. You're gonna wanna stick around to this podcast to see why people are going modular and to see how you can actually get your dream home like with $200,000. And I'm talking about a really nice home. So stick around because you're absolutely going to love this episode. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Tiny Home Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. And guys, I just want to get straight into it today. I feel like every episode is like an emergency podcast because it's actually crazy what's going on in the market. And if you see the shift in America becoming more unaffordable and it's squeezing out the middle class, you either have to be like poor or rich. I hate to use the term poor or rich because those are kind of like subjective terms, but let's talk about the middle class, right? We're really getting squeezed out. Home prices are going through the roof. Wages are not going up. What's the solution? Guys, today I want to talk about why people are going modular, and it's very simple. You're getting your dream home for around $200,000. Now, guys, I'm not talking about a tiny home, all right? Yes, we do tiny homes. I don't know if that made sense. 300, 400, 600 square foot. But I'm actually talking about 1,200 square feet and above, maybe 1,100 square feet. Now, if you have a family, a small family, or you're getting married and you need to move in with your husband or wife, now modular is the solution for you. Now, check this out. Before I start and get into the actual meat of this podcast, I would say, oh man, I don't know if I'm making sense with saying that, but check this out. New home buyers actually cannot buy anything. They're getting approved, but they can't find anything in the price range they got approved for. Now, I've also seen this, and write it in the comments if this has happened to you. You finally got approved for a mortgage that's $450,000, $350,000, $550,000. Fine, you got approved for it. Now check this out. You go get the house that you really like for $500,000 just to find out that the mortgage payment with property tax and insurance is $1,500 higher than what you feel comfortable with paying a month. I mean, when I tell you we're going through like this rabbit hole system, we really are. Now, before I start, I want to make something clear. I am not offering you a cheap home. I am offering you an affordable alternative to a huge problem that seems like it's never going to get fixed. And modular is the solution. Now, what do I mean? Cheap is actually cutting costs in terms of money, but you're not also cutting costs. You're cutting quality. You're cutting corners. Maybe you're hiring a framer to do your finish work. Like, how does that work, right? It's a bunch of things in construction, guys, that you have to be aware of. And yes, to answer your question, you do not want to have your framer doing your finish work in your house. I promise you, you don't want your framer doing your cabinets. And trust me, you don't want your finisher doing your framing either. That's a whole different story. You got to hire the correct people. I'm offering an affordable alternative. What does this mean? Affordable basically means, in my opinion, is balancing out quality and craftsmanship to an affordable price. Right? I'm not going to charge you $480, $380, $280 a square foot even. What we're doing is balancing out a super nice custom product, if you want it, at an affordable price range that you can actually live with your wife, with your husband, with your kids, and be financially free to the point where you can actually take the trips. You could go in the grocery store and get the chips that you want or the steak that you want because you have extra money in your pocket. Now check this out. What does $200,000 get you in Texas right now? Check this out. Average Texas stick-built homes per square foot are ranging from anywhere from $280 a square foot and above. Now, check this out. If you want more of a cookie cutter type of build, you'll be around like $250, $230, $240, which still makes it unaffordable. Have you noticed that the biggest home builders in America, they're literally giving money for free for you to take their homes? That's how dire the situation is. I mean, they're low quality, quickly built, with no love, no care, but they're making their offer so attractive in a crazy market because there's no other way they can sell it. They're paying this off. They're lowering your interest rates. They're buying down your interest rates. They're giving you the closing costs. I mean, America is going crazy with these homes. All right, so check this out. I want to talk about what you actually get for $200,000 in more rural areas in Texas. Now, I've seen it in a lot of our comments saying, man, I can build that for half of the price. Number one, you can't. Look, we're a manufacturer. We know what we have in these homes, and materials have gone up like crazy. And number two, they say, I could get it done in quicker time. Absolutely false, guys. Listen, I'm sure you could get it done at a cheaper price if you source your own materials and cut your own wood and have like leftover paneling. I get that. But listen, if you want a done for you product that's move-in ready, turnkey, just to move in your furniture and have amazing memories with your family, this is the amazing choice for you. Now, you see what you get for $200,000, like I was saying, in rural Texas, is a standard home with basic finishes. I mean, you might get some land. I don't doubt that at all, but it's nothing extravagant. It's nothing you're going to be happy with. It's nothing nothing's going to be brand new. I'm talking about a brand new turnkey option here at Saddlebrook that we can provide you. Now, check this out. I actually did my research, and it's saying that custom home builders in Texas are actually charging $280 to $480 a square foot. Wow. Now, listen, at Saddlebrook, we can build your custom tiny home or modular home for a fraction of that cost. Now, you may ask yourself, why is modular cheaper? Well, listen, it's not necessarily that it's cheaper. It's more affordable in the sense that, number one, we're building faster, okay? So when you build faster, what are you saving? Well, biggest cost is labor. Well, you're saving on labor because you're not dragging it out. Number two, the customer is saving on their loans. Well, let's say you get a draw loan to build your house and it takes 18 months. Well, you're actually paying 18 months of interest before you could even move into your home. Do you know how crazy that is? With modular, okay, this is an example I get all the time. Let's say with modular, and you need septic, you go with modular, but you need septic, you need concrete, you need water well. You can get all of that done while we are building your home. You see, with traditional construction, and it's not knocking traditional construction, it's just not as effective. With traditional construction, well, you have to get all your on-site work done, your water, your septic, your electric, let's say your pad, which could take 3 to 4 months. Then you can finally start building. We're offering a solution with modular that you can actually get all of that done and put your home all around the same time frame of 3 to 4 months. So you just went from paying 18 months of construction interest to only paying 3 to 4 months. Dude, assuming this is just a rough number that your interest per month on that construction draw loan is $2,000 a month, you do the math on how much you're saving. I mean, it's groundbreaking. Now, guys, I don't know if you realize I'm so passionate about this because I see the problem. You see, modular isn't a trend. Modular is a long-term solution to a broken system. And that's just the truth. That's just my truth. And I don't think a lot of home builders in America wants to address that. The real estate market in America is broken, okay? For a lot of first-time home buyers, for a lot of second-time home buyers, for that person that has $300,000 in equity and can't even cash out because they can't afford the current market. This is a practical solution for you. Okay, fine. I'll stop talking so much, but check this out. Now I'm going to start talking about what is standard versus what is custom. Now, first, you have to identify what does this home mean to you? All right, let's talk about standard and why, and when I'd recommend standard. I recommend standard because you will be more affordable on your price per square foot. If saving money is a big deal for you, like it is for me, I would go with one of our standard builds and our standard floor plans. Now, check this out. Don't get it wrong. You're still getting everything you want. The nice sheetrock walls or the paneling walls. You're getting the quartz. You're getting the nice cabinets. You could get that custom shower. You can get that, let's say, granite shower, or you can get that tile shower or just a regular shower. It doesn't matter. You're getting the farmhouse sink. That's okay. You could get the double vanity. Fine. Those are standard options. I get it. No, you're not cutting back on anything. It's just a floor plan that we already have that we know how to build. You see, the key here is speed. The quicker we can build it, the cheaper we can actually sell it per square foot. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just the truth. If you're in construction, you know what I mean. Now, here's the thing. We have a quality control 24/7. I wouldn't say 24/7, but during our shifts that are consistently quality controlling each and every house. Now, here's the thing. If you build with speed, you don't want to get sloppy. That's why that quality control is there. So like I said, if saving money is a big deal for you, I would go standard. Now, the second reason I would go standard is for this reason. Let's say you're a first-time home buyer. You probably have one kid, maybe two kids, right? Or you're just getting married and you're wanting a place to live with your wife or husband. You probably are not sure that that's going to be your forever home, right? So on average, home buyers buy a house every 5 years. With the exception of now, I mean, if you bought your home in 2018 and still earned the same amount of income, you can't really afford what you could once afford. So I know right now it's up in the air, but an average for now, a home buyer switches homes every single 5 years. Assuming you're in your mid 30s or early 30s or late 20s and you buy your first home, right? You're not sure if you're going to be there forever. Therefore, selling a standard floor plan to somebody else is more appealable to most home buyers. Now, what do I mean by that? Custom homes are beautiful, but custom homes are meant to be one of one. Now, I'll give you an example. The other day, I actually sold a beautiful 1,200 square foot home with a whiskey barrel sink. It was custom made, super rustic wood. It fits so well. Now, check it out. Our home buyer was super happy with that because it fit their needs. I mean, it made it feel like home. It had their footprint on it. Now, Joe Schmo down the road probably won't like that rustic whiskey barrel sink. Now, you see, it appeals to less people when you go custom because it's special to you. The more standard you go, the quicker it is to get off the market because it appeals to the mass majority. Okay? So that's why I would go standard. For all of you who want that final home, who are downsizing, maybe you're retiring, maybe this is going to be put on your farm or your lake house as your second property, here's why I would go custom. Well, guys, let's be real. You've probably moved around a lot and you don't want to move again in your whole life. Okay, let's be honest. Moving is tiring. Check this out. It's your time to shine and it's your time to make your home yours. So there are a lot of heirlooms, or let's say a lot of special details that people want in their house. For example, The other day, we did a beautiful his and hers closet with like a seat in the middle and like a very beautiful picture window looking outside the master bedroom. And I mean, it looks super nice. Maybe for a certain family, that's not practical, but they said, hey, I don't want to move. This is my last house. So they were okay with getting that custom closet. And, they went so custom, like we started putting even like gold handles on it. I mean, it was crazy. Or I'll give you an example, that whiskey barrel sink, or the other day, do you know when like you go through your mudroom, you want to hang up your clothes, you want to hang up your coat? We did these super nice horseshoe kind of coat hangers that work so well with the theme of the house. Now, guys, that's custom. It's your forever home. Go with it. I would spend the extra money. It's the last home you'll ever be in. That's where I would go custom. The other reason I would go custom is if your children are older, you know that they're going to go to school and you know that it's only going to be your husband and yourself or your wife or yourself. And you know you're going to be alone, right? Yes, you might sell the house, but maybe money isn't a factor and you just want to have a home that you live in. I'd build a custom home. You know what I mean? Maybe those tall cathedral ceilings, extra tall roof pitch, something that's extravagant. I would definitely do that. Okay. There are so many people, I've had these customers that maybe money is not an issue, but there's no need for a 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square foot home. But what if you could compress the luxury of a 7,000 square foot home into a 1,400, 1,500, 1,600 square foot home? Would that appeal to you? Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of people, okay? And write it down in the comments if this is you. Okay, they have a big home, but they really only live in 1 or 2 bedrooms of the house. Maybe just a living area, kitchen, and 1 bedroom. And 3, 4 bedrooms stay empty up top. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something to consider, guys. Standard versus custom. Which one is right for you? Standard, you're staying affordable, you're staying practical without cutting any corners and without cutting quality and nice options. Custom, you're going above and beyond and putting a custom stamp on your home that this belongs to you. Now, check this out. If you're going with a custom home, you're definitely going to have things on there that nobody else is going to have. All right, check this out. This is why modular is changing the game. Okay, number 1, consistency and quality. What does this mean, guys? Even though we build fast, do you know what I said? Do you remember when I said that we do not want to cut back on quality? I mean, we are building in a controlled environment. What does a controlled environment mean? That we're controlling the weather. We're closed in. We're building in a factory in our facility. Now, we live close to Dallas, around 120 miles away from Dallas. And what I've noticed is the closer I get to Dallas, I see a lot of these construction sites that are getting rained on, that there's nobody working. Your 2x4s, your studs, your roof trusses, they're getting wet. Now with modular, you do not go through that because we are in a systemized process where your home doesn't reach weather until it's fully finished. Yes, guys, your interior beams, your interior studs, your interior subfloor will never be in contact with water. It just will never. So fewer weather delays, fewer rotting. We use the best insulation. You're going to get the best home, most efficient home possible. Number 2 is speed. Often 30% to 50% faster than the build. It just depends. Honestly, right now, we might even be looking at 60 to 80% depending. Like, check this out. If you're from Texas, you're going to relate, especially East Texas. You do not want to build a home during winter and springtime. Man, when I tell you it rains, when here it rains, it pours, like that Luke Combs song. I'm telling you, your home is going to be taking 8 to 12 to 16 months to build, depending on weather delays. Maybe the contractor bailed on you, or maybe the contractor needed new laborers and he couldn't find laborers. Listen, you don't have that problem with modular. We are working on your home every day, and it's getting passed on to the correct laborers. It's getting passed on to the correct departments. So once it's done with your framing, I know electric is coming. I know plumbing is coming right after. Then we're hanging up your walls. Then your interior finish crew is going to go and they're going to put up your floors. I mean, it's going to be insane. Number 3 is reliability. Guys, this is a huge one. If I tell you I'm going to build your house for $180,000, you can rest assured that your total payment at the end will be $180,000. Now, you might be thinking, well, yeah, Chris, obviously if you told me 180, it's going to be 180. But this is really not the case with home builders. Now, you see, there are so many variables that the contractor can't figure out, until after he builds the home. And listen, I know a lot of contractors out there that really mean well, and they are amazing people. But what if your crew said they're not showing up? What if your concrete guy said he's going to charge you more? What if the prices of lumber went up while he's building your home? Then your contractor is in a hard place where he has to ask you for more money. Now, this is the most common one. What if your builder bid you too low and now he's losing money and then has to tell you, hey, instead of 180, this project is actually going to cost $220,000. I'm offering reliability because we know how much our material costs. We lock in our material prices. Okay. We reduce material waste. That's something you don't think about. Okay. There's a lot of people out there that will waste a 2x6, a 2x4, and that's just money down the drain. You see, the more money you save, the less money you can charge. That's just the truth. And number 4, like I mentioned, price protection. I know I kind of double dipped there, but let me go more in depth. We lock in our materials for a whole year. Does that make sense? So this is what that means. In January, if I charge you a price in, let's say, July, August, September, I can probably charge you the same price. I'm locking in my material costs because we do the quantity. You see, the key here is quantity. The more quantity you do at a great affordable price and a great product that doesn't cut corners, the less you can charge. Now, contractors or custom home builders, they probably don't have that same advantage. So if I charge you 180 is what it would be. Okay. Number 2, if you get something custom, let's say like a higher end finish or a higher end cabinet, I can buy those cabinets way before your build even starts to lock in that price. Now, you see the reliability, the speed, the consistency, and the price protection all mixed together that you get from our home. I mean, you are looking at a product that's absolutely going to blow your mind away. So check this out, guys. Your dream home around 200,000, under 200,000 is so obtainable. If you're looking for a home and you're seeing how crazy this real estate market is, especially in Texas, guys, consider modular. Listen, I hope this podcast was informational. It answered a lot of your questions, hopefully. But listen, let's do this. If you're looking for a home or want to book a consultation call with one of my home experts, click the link in the bio and ask for Chris, and I'll direct you to one of my home experts. Listen, if you love this video, please make sure to drop a like. Please consider subscribing and check this out. If you know someone who needs help direly with getting a home, share this podcast with them. Let's spread the word. Modular is here to stay. Okay, modular is not a trend. Modular is an effective solution to a broken system. Let's go, guys. See you soon.